can be frustrating to put in effort but feel like a shadow in your own skin. You could beg people to care, but they wouldn't bother to recognize you. This is a common experience, but it mustn't be yours. Imagine walking into a room and instantly feeling respected and having your contributions recognized. Your opinions are sought after, and your attention is asked for. This is not just wishful thinking. Having mastered old arts steeped in Stoic knowledge has led to this. Today, you will learn 7 powerful psychological strategies that have stood the test of time. They will not only get you the praise you deserve, but they will also make you stronger on the inside. Remember that these aren't just techniques. They're part of a process that changes things. A change in how you think about yourself that spreads outward. This isn't about getting someone's attention for a moment. It's about making a strong presence that lasts and has an effect long after your first contact. Let's start with number 1. Be unique. Knowing that scarcity often makes something seem more valuable is a wise thing to do. This idea doesn't mean cutting yourself off from people or becoming impossible to reach. It means understanding the power of controlled availability by doing things that challenge your mind and nourish your soul. You naturally control who can contact you. Having this attitude doesn't mean you're cold or remote. It means you're putting your time and energy into things that are important to you. It's important to stress that this strategy is not for everyone. If you are always present and easy to reach, you run the risk of becoming just another fixture in the background that is easily overlooked or taken for granted. But if you choose your engagements carefully and make sure they have meaning and purpose, you become the center of attention, earning the respect and attention of those around you. Second, become your most genuine self. This will give you a stronger and more significant presence in every interaction. Show that you know how valuable your time and contributions are, and help you earn real appreciation and respect from the people you interact with. If you want to be the driving force in your own life, this strategy stresses how important it is to fully engage in activities and pursuits that are in line with your true self. By being authentic, you become a real source of inspiration and intrigue for those around you. Being honest gives you the power to write your own story and make your own journey, knowing that your real self and what you bring to the world are very valuable, and that by being yourself, you become an example for others to follow. Embracing authenticity also makes it possible to build stronger, more important connections. Encourages everyone to be themselves and support each other on their journey, creating an atmosphere of mutual respect and support. This strategy focuses on the transformative power of authenticity, earning genuine interest and respect. It tells you to lead with sincerity, inspiring others to do the same. By authentically embracing your passions and values, you naturally draw others to your unique journey. Third, take a step back. Taking a step back is a sign of self-respect and putting yourself first. It stresses how smart it is to know your own limits and be brave enough to leave situations, relationships, or projects that don't fit with your goals or well-being. It's important to note that this doesn't mean you should make quick or rash choices. Instead, it means you should think carefully about whether a situation or relationship really serves your best interests. This habit shows how strong and sure you are that you value yourself. Knowing when to step back is a strong statement of your worth. It's a choice not to be tied down by the need for a single outcome. This approach helps you take back control of your life by showing you that your time, energy, and emotions are important resources that should be used on projects that are in line with your values and goals. Having the ability to take a step back can also cause a change in dynamics. Other people may start to think again about what they're doing and what's most important to them. Being aware of what they stand to lose. Being honest about your own health and worth is what this is all about, not trickery or games. Number 4, how to be quiet. This approach shows how important it is to communicate carefully, realizing that waiting to make contact or start a talk can sometimes make room for others to step forward. It means finding a mix between being easy to get in touch with and taking care of your own time and being present. In this case, silence doesn't mean being far away or unapproachable. It means knowing the power of purposeful stops. You and the people you're talking to can think and reflect in silence. It makes room for greater understanding and connection to happen. When you practice the art of silence, you show that you are sure of yourself and in control. It shows that you don't need to talk or connect with people all the time, but that you value communication that has a reason. This approach pushes people to have more thoughtful conversations. The act of accepting silence as a way to better understand others makes you think about when and what you say, making sure that it has weight and meaning. This can lead to deeper relationships and interactions. 5, take charge of your space. This requires some assertiveness. It means standing up when you have something useful to say and not being afraid to lead when needed. 6, make your relationships with others more real and honest. This confidence isn't based on ego, but on a real belief in the value you bring to the table. It comes from knowing that you are in charge of your value and worth. By being bold, you make it easier for others to see and value what you bring to the table. In the end, taking control of your area is a form of self-defense and self-respect. It means realizing that you are a valuable asset and that your presence has the power to affect and inspire those around you. This strategy gives you the confidence to walk into any room, knowing that your contributions are not only valid, but highly valued. It means picking environments and relationships that are in line with your values and goals. This doesn't mean you're cocky. It means you have a healthy respect for yourself. It means not caring where you spend your time and energy and choosing places where your work is not only noticed, but also praised. 7. Make your own happiness. The deep idea of self-sufficiency is at the heart of this approach. Understanding that true happiness comes from within, not just from outside circumstances or approval from others, is the first step. Once you accept this idea, you start a journey of self-discovery and self-appreciation. You learn to recognize the things in your life that truly bring you joy, whether they are small daily victories, big personal accomplishments, or quiet times to think. This process creates an inner happiness that isn't dependent on outside forces. It pushes you to enjoy the simple but important parts of your daily life. These could be work accomplishments, personal milestones, or even the quiet moments of reflection that happen every day. By finding joy in these parts, you develop a deep sense of self-worth and happiness. However, making your own happiness doesn't mean you should be alone or cut off from the world. Instead, it means getting pleasure from the stable, long-lasting parts of life that you can control. This could mean enjoying the beauty of nature, being proud of your accomplishments, or being happy in your own company. Practicing this art gives you a strong sense of self-reliance and resiliency. It lets you go through life with a steady mind that isn't affected by changes or views in the outside world. This sense of independence shines like a light, drawing people to your cheerful and sure of yourself presence. Realize that finding happiness is a very personal and internal journey. By making your own way to peace, you will give off a powerful energy that others can feel. Accept that you are always learning and growing. This part stresses how important it is to keep learning and improving yourself. It tells you to see life as a road of growth where every event, good or bad, is a chance to learn and grow. To embrace ongoing growth, you have to constantly look for new information, skills, and experiences. It could mean reading a lot, going to school, or taking on new tasks in your personal and professional life. This way of thinking not only helps you understand the world better, but also makes it easier for you to add to conversations and projects in a meaningful way. Having a growth mindset shows that you are committed to personal development and genuinely interested in expanding your horizons. When you have a growth mindset, you inspire others to do the same. Your commitment to self-improvement becomes an inspiration, encouraging those around you to also strive for continuous learning and development. It shows that you want to be the best person you can be, and know that you can always do better. This is the end of the 7 ideas you should use to boost your confidence and worth. Remember that these strategies are not about manipulating people. They are signs of strength. You are the architect of your worth. And by taking these steps, you show that you are a person of substance who values themselves enough to not settle for less. The key to a good life is finding a balance between kindness and self-respect, availability and self-importance, investment and self-preservation. As you start down this path, do so with mindfulness and honesty.